Nothing better than kicking things off with a quote from this week's main man. A strong man doesn't need to read the future, he makes his own. Real gamers will instantly recognize this line from Solid Snake. Good evening, my friends. The number 3 stands for creativity, communication, and imagination. And that's exactly what we're bringing you with the third and final part of our weekly news segment, What's New with the News. Got your controller ready? Because tonight's theme is video games. We've got a full buffet of madness. A retro-style side-scroller straight out of the 80s. Nintendo apparently taking notes from Sony, finally. A golf game you can play with your whole family. An RPG filled with magic, dungeons, and mini-games. And, oh yes, the big surprise of the week, featuring the Umbrella Corporation in the 9th, you heard that right, entry of the franchise that changed the gaming world forever. Also on the menu, something fresh from the studio behind Like a Dragon and Yakuza. And last, but definitely not least, our first real look at the Metal Gear Solid 2004 remake, which promises hours of sneaking through dark, rainy jungles, patiently waiting for the perfect moment to take out your enemies. Yep, Kojima's genius truly reshaped gaming as we know it. And hey, YouTube, how's your week going? Enjoying that shiny new Nintendo console? Word on the street is, the Switch 2 is selling pretty well. But anyway, let's get to what really matters. It's time to start today's video.
ドクター・カーニバルという存在を生み出すときに主人公のジャスティーンというキャラクターに注目しました。ドクター・カーニバル自身は我が輩
Some game genres just never go out of style. Cult Games has dropped a new trailer for Hotel Barcelona, spotlighting the character Dr. Carnival. Created by Suda51 and Swery65, the game is coming this year to PS5, Xbox Series XS, and Steam. It's a side-scroller set in an American summer camp, packed with serial killers and a time loop storyline. Think anime meets 80s and 90s horror films. Yep, it's as wild as it sounds.
Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. There are 12 total areas to explore.
Looks like Nintendo's been taking notes from Sony. Nintendo revealed a trailer for Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, launching this Thursday alongside the new console. The game lets players virtually explore the Switch 2, including its new magnetic Joy-Cons and mouse-style controls. There are 12 zones, mini-games, and tech demos like Speed Golf. It also highlights improvements like HD Rumble and new interactive features. Not bad, Nintendo. Not bad at all.
The visuals of Shinjuku that I'm seeing are a hellscape I can't quite put into words. You've somehow been...
Of course, something from this franchise had to show up. Bandai Namco has announced Digimon Storytime Stranger, coming October 3rd to PS5, Xbox Series XS, and PC. This turn-based JRPG lets players travel through worlds and eras, building bonds with Digimon. The story centers on a collapsing world and the connection between humans and Digimon. The last entry, Digimon Survive, launched in 2022. Time to Digivolve once again.
Everybody's golf!
Sports games matter too. They've got Serious Game. Bandai Namco unveiled a new trailer for Everybody's Golf Hot Shots, set for release on September 5th for PS5, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Developed by Hyde, this is the latest in the long-running Everybody's Golf series. The last game, Everybody's Golf VR, came out in 2019 on PS4. Time to dust off your clubs, or well, your controllers. And of course, we couldn't skip this genre. Mado Monogatari, Fia and the Wondrous Academy launches July 29th for Switch, PS5, and PS4, with pre-orders starting June 12th. The game features Japanese voice acting with English and French subtitles. Expect randomly generated dungeons, item synthesis, and quirky school-themed mini-games. The limited edition includes an art book, soundtrack, and more goodies for collectors.
Grace. Grace. Grace Ashcroft.
Yes?
Now, this was one of the week's big surprises. Capcom has announced Resident Evil Requiem, the 9th mainline entry in the franchise, coming February 27, 2026, to PS5, Xbox Series XS, and PC. It promises a new era of survival horror, with a deeper story and more immersive experience. The last title, Resident Evil Village, dropped in 2021. Better tech, a more seasoned team, a richer narrative. But the real question is, will Alice be back?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Real gamers know this studio's games inside and out. Studio Ryuga Gotoku has officially revealed that its game codenamed Project Century is now titled Stranger Than Heaven. The game takes place in 1915 and also in 1943, according to the trailers. The studio recently released Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii on February 21st for PS4, PS5, Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, Windows, and Steam. Yakuza meets Aloha vibes? Count us in.
That guy? No, he's close. Where did he go?
We've lost sight of the enemy. Find him.
And to wrap things up, ever heard the name Hideo Kojima? He changed the way we play games back in 1987. Sony has dropped a trailer for Metal Gear Solid Raw Snake Eater, a remake of the 2004 classic, complete with the return of the minigame Snake vs. Monkey. The original launched on PlayStation 2 and saw several remasters. Kojima directed the original, with Phantom Pain being his last in the series. Metal Gear Survive was the first game after his departure. And, well, let's just say fans noticed.
Turn to dust as we forget, as we move on. Still, I refuse to let you slip.
And let's wrap things up with a quote from a universe full of shady corporations, contagious viruses, and a certain character named Alice. The right to be a god. That right is now mine. Come on, who could forget Albert Wesker, the villain with more muscles than morals, and an ego the size of Raccoon City? So, what did you enjoy the most? We had a retro-style side-scroller straight out of the 80s, the Nintendo Switch 2 launch title that's basically Nintendo's take on Astro Bot, more Digimon for your digital hearts, a round of virtual golf, a long-running RPG saga still going strong, fresh footage of the new Resident Evil, yep, it's gonna be a hit, a brand new title from the studio behind the Yakuza series, and the first proper look at the Metal Gear Solid remake. And let's be honest, Hideo Kojima's fingerprint is all over it. Get ready for something legendary. But before we go, you already know the motto. Comment, like, bell, subscribe. Have an awesome week. Play lots of games, read cool stuff, binge those shows, go to the movies, and don't forget to catch your favorite anime episodes. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.